Hello, hello. Don't worry, this is a shortish stream. Now, Donald Trump has been saying more crazy stuff. I know, I keep talking about Donald Trump, but for good reason. It affects us all. And I think he's been sleeping with Robert Kennedy, I do. I think there's a distinct possibility. Because I think that brainworm has crawled out of one ear and into Donald Trump's ear. Or is this just Donald Trump? Is this what he's about? He's just bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. He's trying strong arm tactics. Wielding his tiny hands. That he is. What a flippin' plonker. Well, just recently, today, he decided to threaten Panama. Yes, threatened to take Panama back. Yeah. What are they going to do? Go in there with forces and that and invade Panama? Well, Donald Trump has made it quite clear in the past that he's quite interested in the idea of expansionism. I wonder who gave him that idea. Was it his best buddy, Vladimir Putin? Maybe. Just put it out there, if you know what I mean. Fascists do like to stick together. You know what it's like. Got to keep your enemies closer and all that. So close, there might be the occasional golden shower. Who knows? Well, the thing is, you see, Donald Trump said today that you're being nasty to us for all these high tariffs and been unfair. I kid you not. Donald Trump has said that you either come up with a deal that we like in our favour, or we're going to come over there.
Coming over here, taking our jobs and our women.
No, not that. No, but he come over here and maybe take. No, maybe is what he said. He's going to take. We'll take it back. Well, the United States actually built the Panama Canal, didn't they? You know, in the olden days, and since I think there's a deal's been struck in 1977, and that's like a dual control for a period of time. And in 1999, the United States handed the control of the Panama Canal over to the Panamanians. Panamanians or Panamanians? Anyway, whatever they are, in Panama, all right. And so basically, it's been in their control, and that was up to them who they get to actually do that management. Just like in the United Kingdom, just like in the United States, where you get foreign companies coming in, you know how it is, foreign direct investment to control your assets. Yeah, it's not a great idea, I have to admit. Well, anyway, they got Hong Kong to do it. Now, since then, there's been some developments, you see, since the UK sat on its hands, didn't it, when China's walked into Hong Kong and basically took that territory, just like they'll probably do with Taiwan. And we'll probably sit on our hands again. So it's in Chinese control, and Donald Trump doesn't like that. The techniques, but they're not really in control. China doesn't do any of the does not administrate the don't. What's the word? Anyway, it doesn't control the Panama Canal, but I don't mean to say they couldn't. It's a totalitarian state, let's be honest. It's the Chinese Communist Party, after all. Yes, it's in the name, isn't it, really? It gives it away a bit, really. It does, honest. Anyway. Like I say, this is not going to be a long one, so who we got here at the moment, anyway? Oh, my kitty aunt, got a few people here already. Hello there, 52 people, I hope you're well. Yep, Billy Kershaw, in the year of 2025, if the man is still alive. Maybe. I think he's putting himself out there a little bit too much. He's getting upsetting a few people. Trump is something. Yeah, he's certainly lost his mind. Oh no, not again, said Doc Davies. About Trump. The thing is, though, a lot of the stuff that's going on in the United States is actually fascinating. It really is, and it's I'm learning quite a bit about it at the moment, so it's making me a little bit more interested. And UK politics, although you got Nigel Farage and a few other idiots, but it can be quite boring. It really can. I'm fed up with talking about people like Keir Starmer, and the fact that he's not that good. To be honest, he's not brilliant, is he? He's got zero charisma for a start. I don't know what he's got going for him. It's all very well making decisions that affect people negatively, but not giving any real reason, solid reason that people can believe in. We know we've got to make the sacrifice. We know. So are you jealous of America yet? I'll be absolutely honest with you, I feel sorry for people in America. Those who didn't vote for Donald Trump. Those who voted for Donald Trump saw them because I think they're going to inflict so much pain on ordinary good folk, in the United States. And also on the rest of the world. Because when the United States sneezes, we all catch a cold. We just do. Because it's such a major economy and it has fingers in so many pies. It just does. We can't get away from the fact we are a global economy. It's just, capitalism for you, isn't it? And I ain't got a problem with being a global economy as long as everyone is honest, but they're not. They're not honest. They're just a bunch of bloody liars. That's what they are. And they're quite happy to suck the blood out of the ordinary people. And you think they're the working classes and what have you. The people at the bottom just slaving, just to be able to make ends meet and pay the bills and keep a roof on their head and feed the kids. And what do we get? We get them at the top with excessive amounts of money, bleeding us dry, and basically conniving all together in Mar-a-Lago and with Donald Trump to basically, reduce the amount of taxation they're paying. They're going to have less taxes to pay, and they're all very happy to do so. Pay £1 million to Donald Trump for his augmentation. Reduction. And it's just that you kiss a ring, chocolate starfish or something anyway, if you know what I mean. I've told the family now I'm not going to be doing Messenger anymore. I've already stopped using Facebook because Mark Zuckerberg's been there, Mar-a-Lago, right, sucking up to Donald Trump and Elon Musk, President Musk, right. Jeff Bezos. Yeah, Mark, whatever his name is, Altman, the guy from ChatGPT. The whole lot of them. A whole load of rich buggers meeting up and saying how we can get away with bloody murder and how we can pay less taxes, make more money. And it's just wrong. It's just wrong. It really is. So, anyone who owns those kind of platforms, as far as I'm concerned, they go to hell. I don't want to use them. So I've already boycotted X, formerly Twitter, and obviously Facebook. I pretty much don't use it anyway. I'm going to encourage as many people as I possibly can to boycott it because it's people. What is it? People want to photograph the bloody food anyway, in every little element of their lives they want to put on Facebook. And quite frankly, half the time that is a lie in its own. Anyone who feels they've got to put, skin smoothing software filters or stuff on their faces before they post their pictures online, there's something wrong there. That's a lie in the first place. Your hair ain't that long. Your face isn't that smooth. Your lips aren't that red. Hang on, you ain't got blue eyes. All that crap, And so that's a lie for starters. Oh, you're not that thin. And I don't know. People are living a lie. Why can't we just be who we are and just be open and honest? But we're not. We're just not. Although I will not lie. I do make mistakes, man. I'll give you that. Oh, yeah, where was I? Harry the Dirty. Hello, Harry the Dirty. The world should stand with Panama like we did with Ukraine. Yeah. I'm not saying that. Well, he's kind of... He's... I'll show you now. I'll show you the article. It's in the Reuters. And he basically said, we'll take it back. That's an aggressive sentence, isn't it? Yeah, that's a statement. That's an aggressive statement. Is it just threats? Is it just saber rattling, the usual kind of stuff you expect from Trump? 'Cause a lot of this stuff he talks about, he ain't going to be able to achieve anyway. But the fact he's deranged. He's deranged. He ain't heard of diplomacy. It's diplomacy by wielding an iron bar, just threatening all the time with tariffs and God knows what. So you ain't got a clue what how tariffs even work. Everyone's going to be so much worse off with these tariffs. It's unreal. It's just utter madness. It's out of man's. The man doesn't understand how tariffs work. He just doesn't. And if he does, well, there you go. He doesn't care then, does he? Even his own daughter, Ivanka Humper, or whatever her name is, Ivanka Trump. Anyway, his wannabe girlfriend. Anyway, Ivanka Trump. Anyway, her and Jared Kushner's. Anyway, they didn't want nothing to do with him in the sense of politics. He said, "I love my father, but we're going to be concentrating on our children in Miami." Well, quite frankly, she got a lot of stick, didn't she? And also, she dumped Trump in a couple of times over certain things regarding the investigations and stuff. So yeah, she doesn't want no part of that anymore. She's given it a go. She's always been by his side, whether it be during the campaign trails and basically always been his advisor. Even when he had his dodgy TV program, she was there. So but no, she's had nothing. She said, "No, I'm not doing it anymore." So they're going to have a peaceful life, apparently. Oh, how sweet! Look after his children. Oh, hello, Jeannie Ball. Hope you're well. And George John Manoras. Panama Canal is a dead duck. Not enough water. Well, they dredge it. They built the thing, didn't they? So dredge it. It's like we're going, obviously sea levels and stuff like that are rising, aren't they? There'll be plenty of water. What about all these flipping polar ice caps melting? There'll be loads of blooming water, more seafront and all that as well, Donald Trump says. I cannot recommend Sal Merciano and what is going on with shipping highly enough. Just be careful with the evergreen now, because that tends to jackknife. She's focusing on her music career. What? Did you just say music? She doesn't sing or something, does she? Or is she a punk rocker? Oh dear. Oh. Oh. Maybe she's going to go blackface and join the black and white minstrel show. Just put it out there. So there is some KKK family influence, if you know what I mean. So, no water. Water. It's supplied by fresh. Oh, I see. How can it be supplied by fresh water when it ends one sea to another? Is there locks on the Panama Canal? I know that it's tugboated, isn't it? Well, it will be for the entrances anyway, won't it? How can it be supplied by fresh water? It goes from one sea to another, doesn't it? Or is there very little... Oh, I don't know. Maybe someone can explain. Yeah, doesn't the sea fill the canal? That's what I thought. We deserve our Panama Canal. We deserve it back. We do. I don't know why you deserve it back. End of the day, you decided to give it away. So when somebody, you buy some lovely presents for your family this Christmas, and on Boxing Day, if you know what that is, on Boxing Day, you're going to take it back. Is that what you're going to do? Or maybe the following year, so you give it back to them. You don't just give things away and say, "Oh, I'm just going to take it back." That's not how it works. So Taylor Swift mimed the whole Eras tour. She mimed it, did she? Was she like wiping the snot off her nose at the same time? She's got a habit of doing that. While she's flying, sort of like, so many thousands of trees that she destroys every time she flies that plane. Maybe Trump's new plan is to build a great new canal and get Panama to pay for it. It'll be the greatest Panama Canal ever, it will. And the seas will be higher than ever before. We know that. Oh, there, bird nest rat fest. Trump loves canals. There's no way round it. Round it. Is that a joke? Oh dear. I was on a little island about 3 years ago. Yeah, a little island near Panama. Well, I say it's part of Panama. Called Ginger Island it was, yeah. Okay, there we go. So anyway, as I promised, I am going to go into the article. And let's just see what we can do. Oh, Channel H Dunbar. Hello there. What is this? Oh, done that already. Done that one. Done that one. Flutterby. Hope you and your wife have a joyful and peaceful Christmas. We're going to see the grandchildren, so probably not. Yeah. Oh, please, beat the old like button. Have I got my like on there? Has I got my like on there? Maybe. Oh, there it is. I'm kind of there. It's going to disappear off the end. Oh, subscribe, that'll do. Oh, dear. What can I say about this then? Oh, dear. Trump threatens to retake control of the Panama Canal unless a deal is reached. Oh, dairy me. What can be said about this? So Trump has said that he will not let the canal fall into the wrong hands. He wants them in his tiny hands. President tiny hands. They're like little pincers they are. So Trump accused Panama of charging excessive fees to use the canal. The US handed over the canal in 1999. I think they actually negotiated back in 1977, didn't they? That's dual control for quite a while. So speaking to a crowd of supporters in Arizona on Sunday, Trump also said he would not let the canal fall into the wrong hands, warning of potential Chinese influence on the passage. Now, you don't want that, do you? You definitely don't want Chinese influence up the passage. No. Obviously not. No. They are tiny, though. They can be, can't they? Be quite small. Stereotypically. So China does not control administer the canal, but subsidiary of Hong Kong-based Sekai Hutchison Holdings has long managed two ports located on the Caribbean and Pacific entrances to the canal. And Trump's comments come hours after he levelled a similar threat against Panama in a post on Truth Social on Saturday night. And has anyone ever heard, he said, yeah, okay, I can't do a Trump voice. How do you do a Trump voice? Okay, let me just listen to this. Is that something like
you'll go person, woman, man, camera, okay. TV.
I don't know if I can do that. I don't know. I don't think I can. Anyway, he goes, has anyone ever heard of the Panama Canal? That's what Trump said on Sunday at the American Fest, an annual event organised by Turning Pointers, an allied conservative group. Because we're being ripped off by the Panama Canal, like we're being ripped off everywhere else, he says. Oh, dear. He ain't happy, is he? No. So Trump's comments were an exceedingly good cake. Well, that's what we had in China. Oh, anyway, it's chocolate cake. So Trump's comments were an exceedingly rare example of a US leader, or any US leader, or any leader, in fact, saying that he could push a sovereign country to hand over territory. Oh, hang on. No, that'd be Vladimir Putin. He did it, wouldn't he? Yeah. It also underlines an expected shift in US diplomacy under Trump, who has not historically shied away from threatening allies and using bellicose rhetoric when dealing with counterparts. The fees being charged by Panama are ridiculous, he says. Highly unfair, Trump said. But he's recently been trying to threaten the EU as well. Crikey. Now, it is, I don't know, we ain't got a canal though, so that's okay. It was given to Panama and the people of Panama, but it has provisions, although we could have a canal if we allowed Turkey into the EU. Oh no, breaking point and all that. But anyway, that's another story. You get to treat us fairly, he said, and they haven't treated us fairly, he said. It's principles, both moral and legal, of this magnanimous gesture, magnanimous gesture of giving are not allowed. Oh dear. Then we will demand the Panama Canal be returned to us in full, quickly, and without question, he said. Oh, he's rattling that old sabre, and he's crikey. With his little tiny hands, and little pincers. Blimey, this man. He's... It's going to be an interesting 4 years. Yes. It's going to be fun. Unless you're an American living in the United States. Yeah, not great. Oh, Mad Monk! Hello, my friend. Don't worry, it's not going to be a long one today. And don't forget, boop the like button. Oh, I'm going to press that little button again. Yeah, helps channels, you know, apparently. Oh, there he goes. Oh, it's getting me. Well, what's up, Jack Black? Well, you know. Oh, should I get my what's it called again? My shibadoo, what do they call it? Oh, crikey, Gazabaz, that plastic saxophone, something phone in that. Oh, I can't remember now. I have heard that quite a bit, by the way. That's not new. Saxaboom, that's it, isn't it? Yeah, I know, I agree, Jolly Jackass. I think a lot of the stuff that he's been saying is practically impossible. It isn't going to happen. It just, how can it happen? I'm just going to grab that chat so I can see it a bit better. Let's put that there. There you go. That's better. I can see it now. So a lot of this cabinet picks were publicly rebuked in the Senate also. Not saying he won't get some shite done, but I don't think he'll be able to accomplish much of, I'd initially fit. He did a lot of that stuff. It's just, a lot of it's just rhetoric and it's just crap. But I don't mean to say he won't get some of it through. I'm a bit worried he's going to try and get doing the not exact fraud, claim, well, like an emergency, what do they call it, emergency. I'm going to put the country in a state of emergency. Is basically do what you like then. You'll say we've been invaded, we are. It's the Mexicans. No, it's the Canadians. Don't warm logs on the top of your stove. How do you know I was doing that? Because I was. They're not on there now. But I do warm my logs on top of the stove sometimes when they're damp from outside. The world should stand with Panama like we did in Ukraine. Oh, done. Let's go down again. There we go. Down below. Trump has the gayest New York accent ever. Have you seen him with Elon Musk? So it's like they're like love buddies. I wonder if they spoon. You know what? You got two massive egos. I can just imagine at the moment Elon Musk is a massive cash cow. But I can imagine it all going pear-shaped, big time. Donald Trump a loser. He really will loser. I don't think he's going to be there for too long. If he is, I think there's something else going on, if you know what I mean. Ooh. Monkfish. Oh, good, you know, Mad Monk there, buddy. AK Fast Fingers. That's you, that is, mate. There we go. Wasn't it capitalism, eugenics, mixed ideology? Probably. Wrong hands of who? What? What? A video about what? I missed something. So Panama Canal moves you up and over, then back down. It's really cool to watch. Oh, okay, I'll have to check it out. So you're saying it's So there must be canal. There must be locks, and I take it, massive locks. You go, just like you got in the Netherlands. There's big locks. I see, so it's taking you up over. Oh, interesting. So you can understand that the fees would be quite high, then, wouldn't they, if that's the case? There we go. Borders. A canal easier to control migration from south to north. They'd probably put those buoys in there, wouldn't they, with their saw blades on. Come. Hello, Joel Morales. Hope you're well. Did you hear? Trump wants to take back control. Yeah, I've heard that one somewhere before. I don't know what it is. But anyway, of the Panama Canal. Yes, it's the Trump and Judy show. Flipping out with Space Karen Elon Musk. Crikey, that man. Everyone thinks he's a genius. Why is that? Oh, I'm an engineer. I spend all my time engineering. No, you don't, Elon Musk. You spend all your time tweeting. You went on a Twitter storm over this flipping spending bill. And you managed to get it quashed. Okay, they agreed to it. But what have they removed? Oh, cancer research for children. 180 million in cancer research for children. Yeah, he left that one out. Awful, man. Betting against Elon is historically a losing bet. Is that before or after he's gone well into his old drugs? Haven't you seen his eyes and his mannerisms now? He's lost it. He's high all the while. You know, he's known for allegedly taking the LSD. Obviously, it's ketamine. We know about that one. He's been upfront about that. But also cocaine. He's been spending too much time with Trump Jr., I reckon. What part of the UK you come from? I'm a proud Irishman from Ireland. Well, I'm from Norfolk, so it's the other side, right? If you just go east, and as far as you, well, actually, it'd be a bit higher, a bit lower, but maybe southeast. Anyway, I'm from Norfolk, so it's Norwich, Norfolk, and me and my dear missus were living in a little place in Salhouse near Wroxham. Nice little place, really. Trump is old school gay. What? Oh dear. Oh, I missed that here. Current fees on the canal, I think, are around $10 a ton. Whoa, that would be a lot of money. If you scale that for inflation since opening, it will actually cost around $40 a ton, and the shipping rate is actually pretty low. That is a lot of money, though, isn't it? Can you imagine one of those things weigh? No. A new beginning, says Limeys. Ooh. I'm a drunken stoner. Get a drunken stoner. That was random, Billy. That was very random. He employs science and tech experts. He just pays them exactly what he does. There's no way he's involved with all that stuff. He probably is a nuisance. He probably occasionally turns up and then walking on that shop floor, waving his arms about, pointing and stuff, and he's just a bloody nuisance. And the people who are working there, oh God, he's here. Get to your places. He's here. He's gonna be pointing. And he's gonna say, I want my rocket to be pointy. He'll say. Oh dear. What part? Oh, not really. Hello, Pig Daddy. Promise the impossible to accomplish the improbable. Blimey. Quite possible. Just Joe and I have literally no context but the title, and I'm up for it. Hello, Room Temp. Well, basically, what's been happening is I'll just quickly show you. Donald Trump is threatening Panama to retake the Panama Canal. Now, don't forget, he's got the precedence for this, hasn't he? He wanted Greenland, but there's reboot on that one, because he can't just buy Greenland. Anyway, and also he wants to make Canada the 51st state. He's been talking about that recently, hasn't he? I'm sure Canada have something to say about that. But you know how it is. The man's a lunatic. So yes, the Panama Canal, he ain't very happy about it. So basically, Trump has said that he will not let the canal fall into wrong hands. And Trump accused Panama of charging excessive fees to use the canal. And the US handed over control of the canal back in 1999. They actually negotiated back in 1977, and then they had dual control. And then finally, they took over in 1999. End of the day, the United States gave it with some provisions to Panama. And Panama use a company, a subsidiary of Hong Kong, a company called Hutchison Holdings, which obviously we know now that Hong Kong has been brought back into Chinese territory. So, because like I said earlier, the UK was sitting on its hands. And as such, de facto, I suppose, it's now been controlled. Hutchison Holdings is now a Chinese company, really, in some ways. Not, but that isn't actually in control, apparently. I don't think it's anyway. Why would they? Doesn't make any sense. Maybe later. But we say they couldn't, though. There'd be a hell of a lot of data going through that place, wouldn't there? So if you go through the canal, is this a case of going through, we have this shipping manifest and all that sort of stuff? Because that will tell you a lot about, that's a hell of a lot of data there, isn't it? So anyway, Trump said this. So, has anyone heard of the Panama Canal? And he said, we've been ripped off, we are. Like we've been ripped off everywhere else. And then he went on to say, the fees that have been charged by Panama are ridiculous, highly unfair. It was given to the to Panama and the people of Panama, but it's obvious, but it has provisions, so not obvious, but it has provisions, and you get to treat us fairly, he says. And they haven't treated us fairly. The principles, both moral and legal, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, he also goes on to say that then we will demand that the Panama Canal be returned to us in full, quickly, and without question, he said. I don't know it kind of works that way. No, I don't think it does it? Generally, it's not usually how it works. He goes, oh, I want to have that back. What should the UK do that with the rest of the Commonwealth? Let's, maybe do it to Australia. Maybe we could do it to the United States. No, it didn't work too well last time, did it? No. But that's not all that Donald Trump has been up to. No. And we know what he's been doing regarding the spending bill, which is a continuation bill with a few additions. But anyway, they reinserted the bill. They got it through, but loads of actually really important stuff was removed. It's just crazy. And what was his name? Johnson. Is it Johnson? The speaker, basically, he's been blamed, even though it's not even his fault. It's the usual kind of crap, They were looking for the scapegoat. It's basically what they were doing, looking for a scapegoat. So that allow me to just grab. There we go. Right. Not that one. Not that one. Right, okay. What else has he been up to? Well, he's been up to this, and I will enlighten you in a moment, I will. Well, TikTok, and I'm on YouTube. Alright, TikTok has quite regularly had some issues, hasn't it, with the United States, and that they've been threatening to. In fact, they passed a bill to say that if it isn't by 20 or anyway, middle of January next year, if they haven't sold it by middle of January next year, it will be blocked or banned in the United States. But Donald Trump is saying the opposite. And you might have heard something similar to this story before, but what gets me about this is that he doesn't like it, but it's kind of like it's helped him. because he was using it, wasn't he? He was using TikTok as a way of getting his rather bizarre messages across, and that's what he's been doing. So, when it comes down to it, he has been saying this. This is, well, Yahoo News rumours actually, but Trump says it'd be worth keeping TikTok in the US for a little while. Yeah. Now, the thing is, he doesn't go on about the reasons why TikTok has been, because it's owned by ByteDance, which is controlled by China again, and lots of nation states are saying, well, I think we need to look into this and be a bit more careful regarding how we deal with China, especially obviously with Russia and all that as well. So President-elect Donald Trump indicated on Sunday, today again, that he favoured allowing TikTok to keep operating in the United States for at least a little while. That's ominous. Saying that he had received billions of views on social media platform during his presidential campaign. So he doesn't give diddly squat regarding security. He's all he cares about. Oh well, I made good use of that. Yeah, that's really helpful. In fact, I might have got a few extra states because of it. So Trump's comments before a crowd of conservative supporters in Phoenix, Arizona, were one of the strongest signals yet that he opposes the potential exit of TikTok from the US market. Oh, dear me. So the US Senate passed a law back in April. I remember that. I did a video about it, requiring TikTok's Chinese parent company, ByteDance, to divest the app, citing national security concerns. Basically, sell it. Telling ByteDance to sell TikTok. But TikTok's owners have sought to have the laws struck down, and the US Supreme Court has agreed to hear the case. But if the court does not rule in ByteDance's favour and no divestment occurs, the app could be effectively banned in the United States on January the 19th. A lot of people use this for their livelihood, one day before Trump takes office. It is unclear how Trump would go about undoing the TikTok divestiture order, which passed overwhelmingly in the Senate. Now, we have an individual in the United Kingdom. We call him Duncan, nose-picking Duncan Donut Smith. He likes to pick his nose. Anyway, he's very anti-China and what have you regarding their influence in security, defense, security, and data and all that sort of stuff in the United Kingdom. So he'd be quite happy with this as well. I think we're going to have to start thinking because, we did go on TikTok and we had a great response with billions of views, billions and billions of views, he says, that Trump told the crowd at the America Fest, an annual gathering organised by this conservative, right-wing, group, Turning Point. They brought me a chart, and it was a record. Oh, God, I have to have a drink. And it was so beautiful to see, he says. And I looked at it, I said, maybe we've got to keep this sucker around for a little while, he said. Oh, God. Trump met with TikTok CEO on Monday, and Trump said at the news conference at the same day that he had a warm spot for TikTok thanks to his campaign success on the app. It's all about Donald Trump. He goes about, flag up, shags the flag and all that sort of stuff, don't he? Gets all jiggy with the flag, but he don't give a damn about the United States. It's very useful, TikTok was, to keep him out of jail. Yeah, man, this man is just unreal. He really is unreal. How much time? I'm only going to do about an hour today. So anyway, if you want to support the channel, you can do it on the super chat. Where's it gone? Where it is? On the super chat. I've got top chats, put live chat in. So anyway, let's have a look, see what you've been saying. Oh, I say. What have you been saying? Yeah, he's just throwing it silly shit like he did the first time. It hides his double dealing at Mar-a-Lago. Yeah, well, what is it about Mar-a-Lago at the moment? It seems to be, like an extension of the White House. He's even got a press room there now. Can we blame this on Graham Hughes? I think so. I blame it on Graham Hughes, yes. The fact he can't get into the United States anymore. Yeah, he's an overstayer. Was it an overstayer or was it because he didn't put it? I think it was honest on his. Okay, yeah, he went to a Middle Eastern country and he didn't tell them. So anyway, it's a fight to pay the bills, and you already spent the money on the year prior. Yeah. The thing is, they always spend money because the national debt in the United States is ridiculous. It's like 36 trillion. And the bond values they're taking a big hit recently since China and Japan and some other countries as well. Mainly China and Japan have been selling the bonds, off. So bonds are basically effectively like it's a promise to pay them back, effectively. So it's the most secure debt you can get in it, you know. Unless a country can go bankrupt, generally don't. If they got that bad, they'd just print more money, wouldn't they? Which wouldn't do the economy much good because you dilute the value of the money. But it's exactly the same thing happens with bonds. The more bonds that get sold back into the system, well, then it dilutes the value of the bonds, and then the United States gets hit on that as well. And all these things are inflationary, so that doesn't help either. So, yeah, no, it's the same thing, isn't it? It's just, at the end of the day, they do need to get it down, but the only way you're going to get your national debt down sensibly is increasing your trade. You're going to increase your income. The UK's fine at the moment. It's just and Labour's getting a hell of a lot of blame for a lot of stuff they got. They really don't have a hope in hell of sorting out. It's just literally the fact that it's just so dire. 14 years of the Tories destroying everything and putting everything into debt. Huge amount of debt. They criticised the Labour Party of the last Labour government, and the national debt was 700 billion at the time. The Tories get in and they say we're going to have austerity. So we had austerity in the United Kingdom. And what happened then? Well, that destroyed so many businesses and people's livelihoods. The wages were kept low for a very long period of time in the civil sector. You know, maybe the police, the health, so yeah, doctors, nurses, and what have you. Everyone basically was held low. But they kept the interest rates low on house purchase and stuff were going up. So effectively, we had very low wages, not growing with inflation. But house prices were growing with inflation at 15%. And needless to say, people's mortgages are getting too big and they've overstretched themselves. And the same with borrowing for loans and stuff like that. Because what ended up happening is, you know, people, a lot of these buy now, pay later schemes, where you don't pay any, and you pay a deposit, don't you? And you basically have to pay the rest back in 12 months in full, or you get put onto a credit scheme, which you pay every month. The interest rate is something like 30-40%, some stupid amount, whatever it might be. You know, credit card rates, you know. It's high, it's about 15 to 20%. It's high. But, you know, the thing is, though, you know, you need the growth. You need to have growth to actually increase the economy. But the thing is, we also need to get the people at the top spending money, so the people at the bottom can spend money, so we get more tax take. You know, people spend, you know, it's like, for instance, if you give people money who are working class, they spend it all. They spend a lot. Generally speaking, all of them. They might save a little tiny bit, but they generally spend it. You give money to those at the top, or people got excess money, but they hoard it. Even some working class people do that. You know, the top end of the working class, heading towards middle class, they'll keep that money to one side or put it into a kid's endowment policy or something like that, regarding like family allowance or that kind of thing, you know, or even the winter fuel payment, and they'll put it in some kind of investment because they don't actually need it. It's a lot all this stuff needs to be means tested, and it can be easily means tested these days because if you have the software to do it, you could do it almost instantly. So the idea it's cheaper just to give everybody the same amount of money, like the furlough. That was ridiculous as well, how that was done in the United Kingdom. So in France, the furlough was done based on last year's income, which wasn't very helpful if you only just started a business. So that wasn't great either. So, well, also for here now, isn't it? There we go. Joseph Lathrop. If they put me in charge of the bills, the USA wouldn't be in debt in 19 years. Do it. Go over to a Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. Was that like Venezuela or someone did? I don't know if that's helping that much. You're thinking about Donald Trump, though, you see, with the economy. He's so he loves what's gone on in Argentina regarding this their stance on how to deal with a national debt. Well, they got the national debt right down in Argentina by not spending. So they cut basically all public services and stuff. But because of that, there's no money going into the system. You know, what do we do whenever you have a recession? A government has a few options. One is they'll print money, all right, and use that money to spend on infrastructure, building, projects and what have you, and that gives jobs to individuals and then boosts the economy again. And, provided you've got too many, as long as inflation hasn't gone, absolutely crazy, because you've got to try to hold down spending with inflation to control inflation. So you have periods of real hardship. A lot of this stuff is just basic economics. It really is. And I'm not an economist, but even I'm a woodworker, for Christ's sake. I go to my workshop and I make stuff out of wood. Or actually today I made a flux capacitor. Yeah, I was playing today in the workshop. I made a flux capacitor for my lab, for my other channel. It's just crazy. But anyway, so send me a toasty. Oh, I fancy a toasty now. I had lasagna today, which was very nice. Hello, Gingers. Hope you're alright, Gingers. I think you must be a bit concerned what's going on over there, because it's very, very worrying. And it affects everywhere. It's not just the United States. It affects everywhere. It really does. 10 years. You're doing 10 years. Okay. Maybe, it is possible to fix national debt, but would it be at the cost of damaging the economy? You need growth. Now, Biden's actually done really well with actually increasing the growth. He actually got the national debt down by 1.2 trillion. Donald Trump put it up by 8 trillion. 8 trillion. That's a huge amount of money. Yeah, no, Jolly Jack, actually, 100% right. No need to cut costs, just collect them from corporations. Now, when you consider we've got the richest people in the world, what have you, it's the likes of Elon Musk. So you collect from corporations, the likes of Elon Musk would get less money, wouldn't he? Because they'd get less dividend, because the corporation have to pay more tax. But I also think we should get not to incentivise, but so you could incentivise, pressurise the rich buggers to spend more money. We need them to spend their money. We need to get recirculated, and it needs to be moving. It's no good them constantly sticking in their back pockets or overseas, and no, so in the Canary Islands or something. That's no good at all. They need to spend the money. They need to be encouraged to spend the money. I don't know how, but they need to be encouraged to spend the money. It's Elon Musk, was it 350 odd billion he's worth? Well, not worth, because quite frankly, I wouldn't pee on him. But there you go. If he was on fire. Now, that'd go a long way, wouldn't it? You don't hear much of him doing much philanthropy, do you? You know, I can't even say that word. Philanthropy. Anyway, helping people. No. He's a greedy fuck. He's a greedy bugger. That he is. Now we all go on about Bill Gates, how bad Bill Gates is, but Bill Gates actually does a lot for charity. And in the past, I've done a lot with I've actually worked not for, but with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation regarding the RSPCA and what have you. Even that's gone downhill. It's become a commercial. It's almost commercialised now. But yeah. But yeah, at least they do something. Rich people don't spend money. I know, that's the problem. Rich people get everyone else to pay for everything. They get given stuff. It's just nuts. The system's not made. Well, it isn't made that way because we've got capitalism. You know, we've done it before. In fact, you know, the US has done it before. Back in 1933, was it? 1930s anyway. Regarding the New Deal and what have you. And but the thing is, the rich understood at the time that something had to be done. So effectively, they basically were taxed, highly taxed, to pay for those, you know, house building and what have you. And that was called the New Deal, which got destroyed by Reagan. And in the UK, we had a similar thing going on with the Great Depression. You know, like I said before, you know, when the US sneezes, we all catch a cold. We all end up in the same boat. And Margaret Thatcher destroyed it, for, you know, in the UK, selling off council houses, etc. All this sort of stuff. No house building going on. They don't want to, you see, because the people who support the likes of the Tory party or the Conservatives, and they don't want them to build houses. They don't want governments to build more houses. And see, these people have got assets. A lot of these assets are property, and property, while it's going up in value, like in the United Kingdom, I don't know what the actual rate is in the United States, but in the UK, it was around, it's gone down a bit actually, but it was around 15% ever since the Tories got in with the low interest rates and what have you. The house prices have been growing at a 15% rate, which is obviously a great return, but it's not great if you want to buy a house. It doesn't help people. Because what happens is, while the construction firms control the market regarding housing, they can control the house prices. They don't want the prices to come down. They want to continue growing because they can just sit on their properties and they're constantly making money. They don't even have to sell them; they're still making money. So yeah, it's something that it's madness, really, isn't it? The way that we just accept this stuff. I know a lot of people don't accept it, but they feel hopeless or helpless. They can't do nothing about it, and I suppose we can't. You know, we need to move away from you know, capitalism. I'm not saying a full on into socialism, but you know, could we have some kind of a hybrid, you know, where the common consensus is to actually do right by others and help people. But as a nation, regarding the UK, regarding the United States, and again, pretty much everywhere, it's all about greed and corruption. It's about what you can get and what you can get away with. And that's wrong. It's not just wrong. Well, it's wrong. Obviously, it's totally immoral, and it's actually, it'll come to a head because these people at the top are sucking the money away from the people at the bottom. But what happens when they got no money at the bottom? The people at the top have got no money, so they no longer have growth. Everything is linked, isn't it? You know, we are, even us little minions, us serfs. You know, we keep the rich because we keep buying their shit. Stuff that they invest in. You just do it, you know. Sorry I'm late, Nicky. I lost big time on a house back in 1989. So did my sister. She bought a house, this is a long time ago. This is an old terraced house. And she paid about, what was it at the time? It was about 45 or 50,000 or something like that for it. And they did a bit of work to it and stuff. But anyway, the market just plummeted, as it probably did for you. And they were lucky to, well, they basically lost all their deposit and the money they spent on the house, but they kind of just about broke even in the end after the work they'd done. So that wasn't a good investment. Well, it wasn't investment. That was their home. The fact of the matter is, he started cheating on her. So yeah, with a friend. That was very nice, was it? Taxes pay for federal government services, departments, and help states when they are needed. Yes, reducing taxes decreases federal income mandated by the Constitution. Well, that's kind of what they've been bidding on regarding this bill, isn't it? It's gone through now and on for the second time. So Congress will raise the funds and the government. Some of these funds are being raised because of debt ceiling and all that. So it's a bit of a silly term, to be honest. But hello, Dominic Roberto Brembo. Hands, President Tiny Hands. Oh dear. Actually, what's this? Oh my goodness, what's going on with that? Don't want that. Right, that one up a little bit. Okay. So, I've got a dog in there. Have I got a dog in there? I've got 2 dogs in there. Oh, blimey. Can you see one? There's Sebastian. Don't forget about the old like button. And Pandora's just down there. I ain't got my Wally anymore. No, sadly. Oh, it's killing me, that is, I'll tell you. So, he passed away about 4 weeks ago now. So, taxing the corporation is passed. Yeah, I've done that already. Tax business. Oh, here we go. So, taxing the corporation is passed on to the consumer. Taxing the owner of the corporation is an income tax and not a business cost, and it can be passed on. Taxing the that's income tax, PAYE and what have you. Because when I had my limited company, my last limited company in the UK, the tactic is it's not a good tactic, but it was advised by the accountant, and we just did what they said basically. We got paid a low wage, and to pay yourself a low wage, and that kept all the other costs down low, and like for instance, national insurance contributions, class 4 and stuff like that. And also then we just took from the dividend, and then we needed a certain amount of money back in the company to keep the company afloat. That's common practice, but that crippled a lot of people actually during the pandemic, because effectively they had low income. Because if you're a director of a company, well then obviously you're paying yourself a wage, aren't you? So yeah. I think the moral of the story is don't always listen to the accountant. Regulate capitalism as it's unregulated in the States at the moment, but that's what happens when big companies run the country, and pharmaceuticals and what have you. The other thing that actually was removed from that spending bill was PBMs. Pharmaceutical benefits management. They're effectively they're like middlemen regarding buying medicines, pharmaceuticals, and so basically they literally rack the price right up, and that's one of the reasons why the prices in the US for medications are so high. I mean, they're ridiculously high. If you look at the prices anywhere else, whether it be France or the United Kingdom, regarding medication prices, that is just horrendous. Now, I've mentioned this a few times before because it really got to me. When an American geezer came over to the UK, went to the pharmacy because he needed a Ventolin inhaler. Cost him 15 quid in the pharmacy in the United Kingdom. You reckon that cost him over $200 for one little Ventolin inhaler? That's just madness. There's just too much money just being creamed off people, and quite just ordinary people. People who aren't necessarily earning a considerable amount of money. It's just not right, is it? Yeah, Trump's tiny hands, brain function, and a mushroom penis. Yes, I did say it. What the hell has happened? We got flipping Keir Starmer and said, well, we're not going to look into. We're not looking into foreign investment donations, into parties at the moment. What? It's just a thought of flipping Elon Musk. Sorry, excuse me. Elon Musk potentially going to give $100 million to the Reform Party Limited, which is a company. It's not even democratic. It can't be because it's a company, you see. It's major shareholders. You can't have a democracy of one, can you? That's not democracy. So, anyway, and it looks like they're not going to do anything about it. They're not going to try and pass a law to limit the amount of foreign donations. That is like shooting yourself in the foot in the face. That sounds so much like Brexit to me. Madness. Antarctica. What? The rich use their deductions to avoid income tax. Yeah, the rich use their deductions to avoid income tax. Well, income tax is obviously on monies that are earned, and that could be monies in the form of Well, I suppose dividends as well, can't it? Investments, your Bitcoin, anything that increases your turnover. Musk doesn't have an income to tax. They do stocks and get loans borrowed against them. Oh, crikey, what's his name? Oh, there's very famous. He's American, but he's Asian American. You know, what's his name? And he's debt to the hilt. He deals only in debt. He's a very rich man, but he has a huge amount of debt. What's his name now? Oh, crikey. Yeah, no, I get that. That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? So yeah, untaxed. That's just not right, is it? It just isn't right. Maybe he should be providing us services that he's currently getting paid for. To with the United States, he should be providing them free of charge, shouldn't he? Crazy. Medicine prices are high in the USA because they typically bill your insurance. If you pay with cash, it's significantly less. Just different groups trying to extort each other. Blimey. Yeah, but I've seen some of the prices over there. They are horrendous. Now, when there's a system that we use here in France called Amelie, and Amelie it's like the organisation that deals with our health. Okay, we have a thing called a carte vitale, which is a health card here in France. But we periodically get not an invoice, a statement of everything that has been spent on our behalf. Whether been to the doctors or had scans or blood tests, stuff like that. So we get that, so we can see firsthand what it's cost for our procedures. If we had one, that is, you know, and it's kind of reassuring. Cortisol unwell. Probably best advised to take extended sick leave for the next 6 months. Switzerland should be safe though. What's cortisol? What's cortisol? Are you talking about the steroid? That's cortisol, isn't it? Don't know. Andrew Yang, that's the one. Well done. That's it, Andrew Yang. He was didn't he befriend an economist geezer? And he basically was doing jobs for him and stuff like that. And he's stuff like that. Anyway, but Andrew Yang. That's it. Thank you, much appreciated. He's a Trump supporter though. Not Yang. It's not. It is, isn't it? I thought it's Andrew Yang. Let me go. I'm gonna quickly go. I'm sure it's Andrew Yang. Oh no, Andrew Yang. Unless he's a lot younger on there. American attorney lobbyist. No, that's not him. No, that isn't Andrew Yang. I thought it was. Do they all sound the same? That a stereotype? Probably. Oh, God, okay. That'll take me too long to find that. No, it wasn't Andrew Yang. That's no one. He's older than Andrew Yang. Oh, crikey. He's probably in the 60s now. And he wears funky glasses. Well, we can't. Still going. According to Google, an inhaler paid for cash in the USA is $380. Whoa! That is horrendous. That is potentially life-saving medication. I'm an asthmatic. Where is it? There we are. So you'd pay $380 for that. That's nuts. Wow. That's the one. No, that's Robert. That's the one. Let me double check this. That is it. Control C. That is definitely it. Yeah, that's him. That's him. So it's Robert Kiyosaki. Kiyosaki, what his name is. I'll put it as you see. Do you know what I mean? Oh, yeah, that's him. Thanks for that. That's sorry, it wasn't Andrew Yang. It was Robert Kiyosaki. Kiyosaki. He's an American businessman, an author, and basically he invests in a lot of gold and stuff like that. And debt. He doesn't, and property. Office blocks and stuff like that. But everything he does is with debt. Oh, how much Bitcoin does? He has set a goal to acquire 100 Bitcoins by 2025. Well, it's 100,000 a Bitcoin at the moment, so that'd be quite a bit of money. And it would. So, how much time? Just over an hour. Okay, here we go. So, is Musk financed Farage, Trump supporter? That is, yeah. Nigel Farage hasn't got the money yet. There was a lot of controversy about it, but there was something said earlier today that the Labour Party wasn't going to pursue, or they got no plans to pursue, any restrictions on donations from foreign people. $100 million. They said we'll fight the next election on our values, But quite frankly, money buys people, and it buys people through promotions, advertising. For Christ's sake, we got Brexit on the back of flipping money, Russian money, in the form of Cambridge Analytica. It works. People are relatively cheap. Money. The world we live in. I feel, I feel hard done by when they charge me 10 quid for the odd, crikey, for the inhaler. Because it should be free. It should be. Isn't Scotland? Prescriptions are free in Scotland. It's here in France. It's all part of our healthcare. And if anything, they're quite, how to put it, very loose with medication. I think the French people are hypochondriacs, okay? They come out with carrier bags full of medication, including ourselves. Our cupboards are full of medication. It's crazy. I can't use it quick enough. My mum got all meds free as she had thyroid issues. Same here. I've got hypothyroidism. And was life endangering, it is. But also asthmatics. See, the thing is, mine has been brought on. I've got fibromyalgia. You see, the whole thing sort of ties together. And that's why my voice is husky. My voice didn't used to always be like this. Like the amount of times, I wish you would talk properly. I can't help it, My vocal cords are damaged. I didn't realise until the last year or so. It's just progressively got worse. I'm husky, man. Husky. I'll get them free, says Doc Davies. Yeah, okay. It's like, for instance, I suppose if you had like heart medications and stuff, they'd be free, wouldn't they? All my exams, medical advice, and medicine for a week, and doctor's appointment already scheduled in my health centre. The same here. It's very quick. It's very quick here in France. The dentist has got a little bit slow because he's catching up still from COVID. He's Portuguese, actually. Our dentist is Portuguese. He wants the coin because Trump wants to force the reserve to buy 100 billion in Bitcoin to hold it for 20 years. Oh, I see. I know I shouldn't be so wary of this sort of stuff, but I am. When you've got people like, threats like Russian threat and what have you, and cutting the flipping cables and God knows what else with gun data, how do you secure this? I know you have your wallet, don't you? But what if everything just turns off when it's not secured on. Is it not? Is it secured on anything? Is there anything to say that you've got it other than you saying you've got it in your wallet? You know, what we had a giant EMP pulse, and everything got wiped out instantly, just like that. Maybe there was a big meteorite, yeah, or a nuclear explosion. What's going to actually? You get EMP, don't you, from a nuclear blast? What would happen if there was? You know, the few remaining people are going to have to start from scratch. No money. Good. Let's do some socialism instead. Let's be more like Star Trek and barter and stuff, where our status is our value. The US is not paying for. No, that's the other thing. Yeah, you're right. I think I know it. I haven't read it yet, but you know, regarding this flip of NATO thing. You've got to pay another this, that, and the other. We're gonna have to. He's going to be threatening NATO again, isn't he? You need to be spending more money. You know, we're paying for everything. No, it's just a percentage of your GDP. Whatever your percentage of your GDP is. The United States spends a huge amount on arms anyway. Because it's like to, because they like to say they fund the top, you know, the people at the top who are causing all the problems in the first place, all the capitalists. They like blowing people up. So just waiting for Trump to finish building his Death Star and taking over the galaxy. Well, I don't know if you can see it, but just over there is Darth Vader. Luke, I am your father. It may be, yeah, the Death Star. I wouldn't be a bit surprised that is on his bucket list. Get rid of money. I don't know how would you deal. Well, like I said, I suppose Star Trek. I suppose barter. We'll swap spuds. Misinformation is a crime here, and so misinformation comments are hidden. Thank you, Joel. Yes. Yeah, we need facts. We need facts. Harebrained, you know, flat earthers and stuff like that. If you get a flat earther, can you hold on to him a little while? Because we might have a bit of fun. Maybe chemtrails or something like that, you know. Oh yeah, I checked out that I watched a couple of videos but having regarding people going to been often trips to Antarctica regarding to try and convince them that the Earth isn't flat. Oh, so they can see the sun 24 hours and all that day, that stuff like that. That's just people are crazy. They really are nuts. Darth Musk. Hello, snappy munchies. Darth Musk in the back. Yeah, I'm a bit of a Star Wars fan. Not Star Trek so much, Star Wars. Although I do have... I've got a tribble. I wear it on my head sometimes. Eric, I'm not your father. Yeah. Probably not. Who knows? I wonder how many kids Donald Trump actually has kicking about. The one thing I just can't get over with Donald Trump is what he said to his nephew about his nephew's son, and also towards other disabled people in the United States. He says, "Why can't they just die?" Who says things like that? I can't get over that. I've got disabled son's here at the moment, actually. I just can't get my head around that. I hope anyone would actually... He thinks that he believes that. There are costs. That everything's transactional again, isn't it? Anyone or anything that he sees as being a cost, he doesn't want. And he doesn't want to spend the money on such as services regarding that. You know, cut them all out of this bill, you know. Stop the greed. We don't got to stop the greed. Greed's a hell problem. And obviously lying and cheating, deception. Donald Pump. Don't tell him that. Don't give him any ideas. He'll be making a penis enlarger, won't he? The The Donald pump. Have a big Trump written right down the side, right at the top of it, actually, right at the top. Oh dear. Is it solstice? Oh crikey! Happy solstice, solstice. Stop the greed. Oh, there, my friend. That's hard to do because Hornets are specifically built to avoid incoming surface-to-air missiles. I hate Hornets. Yeah. For me, Air France. Not for me. What we go there? That's ants. Yeah, Musk wants to take over the world. He is. He's like one of these James Bond villains, isn't he? You know, Bond villains. So the USA thinks because they have bases in Europe that they are securing Europe. They're stepping stones. These bases in the United Kingdom, for instance, a lot of them in Norfolk, are literally stepping stones. Why the hell did Russia have a base in Syria, for instance? It wasn't to protect Syria. It was strategic. Although they've been shipping out, haven't they? I know the port is empty at the moment. And also, they've been getting rid of all the planes and stuff like that regarding the airbase. Gone. And vehicles. Gone. They don't want to get in the wrong hands, I suppose. Now, I don't know if do people get notifications on these streams, these vertical ones? Because I don't know if you do with. You might do. I don't know. It works differently with shorts with the verticals. Effectively, it's fed, not necessarily notified. If you know what I mean. It might do. I don't know. But I put out a lot of notifications with. But I do a lot of videos. I've got hair on my face. It's tickling me. Oh, blimey, don't like it. No. Okay. So what else has been? Oh shit. Oh, blimey, I said a naughty word. A poop word. Right. I haven't even read this one yet. Now, you know about this regarding Donald Trump trying to put pressure on the EU to buy more gas. Literally, it's buy more gas or we will tariff you. All right? Tariffs is a beautiful word. So he also wants to ban Biden's ban on natural gas exports. Basically, it's controlled. It's only a certain amount supposed to be exported because what it was doing was pushing up the price of gas for the people of the United States because you're basically selling gas that you already bought in from Canada, for instance. So it's just pushed up the price. So President-elect Trump. Okay, I can't show you this one. It won't let me. So President-elect Donald Trump, is set to overturn a ban on some U.S. exports of liquefied natural gas, or LNG, in a boon for U.S. energy producers. But the move is unlikely to help address the climate crisis, obviously, and may even make it worse. As for the biggest buyer of American LNG, Europe, which depends heavily on natural gas imports, it will have to wait till after the end of the decade to see the benefit. The region would welcome extra flows from January, as after nearly 3 bruising years of high energy prices, it's on the brink of losing one of its last remaining sources of the Russian pipeline gas. Now, Ukraine have been kicking off because of the big pipe that goes across Ukraine, which seems absolutely crazy. The fact that we are sanctioning Russia, but we're still buying their gas. It's nuts. Absolutely not. We reduced it, but we're still buying it. But everything pushed the prices up, doesn't it? It's what obviously what the EU is worrying about as well, I suppose. And it's not going to end well, is it? It's not going to end well. So where was I? No. So Elon Musk, he's fixated on the UK at the moment, isn't he? As well. So the whole point about this regarding Elon Musk and these his threats on the EU regarding buying more gas, it's all to do with the deficit between the United States and the EU. It's currently about 1.3 trillion. That's back in 2020. Yeah, 1.3 trillion back in 2022 was trade between the US and the European Union, and the deficit is about 133 billion. Let me just double check that. 131 billion in 2022. So that's basically how much more we export in the EU to the United States and the United States exports to the European Union. And Donald Trump says that's not good enough. You're ripping us off, you are. So he expects us to buy more in the EU, to buy more American gas. But that's not helping anyone, because it just means we're going to be importing more gas that's been imported from Canada. And it's going to push prices up. Your prices in the US have gone up by 30% since this has been going on. 30%. There's got to be more, wouldn't it, as a result? So, anyway, I've done more than I said I was going to do. So, I was going to do about an hour today. I've done an hour and 20 minutes. So, I'm going to say thank you for joining us today. It's much appreciated. And let's say if you want a sport channel, you can do it on the super chat, what's it, thingy-majiggy, or whatever, really. Whatever. Or even buy a tree for a rewilding project. That would be really good. Links are down below. So I am going to go that one to there and that one to there. Why would I need to sign into the chat? I'm already signed in. Yeah, getting off the gas is what we need. We need more sustainable energy, don't we? Hello, Prince Andrew, you nunts. How you doing with your friends in Russia? I'm telling you here now, I don't bloody sweat, says Prince Andrew. Oh dear. That's actually quite funny, Prince Andrew. Yeah. I know you're not the real Prince Andrew, obviously. Oh dear. We need a bit of fun occasionally, don't we? Yeah, who's targeting insects with missiles? Seems a bit of an overkill. I think he's talking about the planes. Yeah, the problem is, with electing a man to run a country like a business, the problem is electing a man who managed to bankrupt a casino to run a country. That ain't going to end well, is it? No, it really isn't. There we go. Do. Cool. Anyway, I hope everyone's going to have a lovely weekend and Christmas. If I don't see you before, but I'm probably going to be going live again. Just feel like it, you know. Now I've set up on here, so I've got to set all my sound effects up, mind. I've got to do that. Yeah. I've done the third, but not enough.
Like you'll go person,
hang on.
woman, man, camera, TV.
How about that one there? What did I make? Is it that one? Oh,
I've been wondering what that special place in hell looks like for those who promoted Brexit without even a sketch of a plan how to carry it safely.
Yeah. Evil bunch that they were. Anyway, toodaloo, and have a lovely day. And don't forget to beat the old like button before you go, please. Oh dear. thanks to the I nearly forgot. Thanks to the spanners here, says Joe, have you, and Mad Monk that I saw earlier. Who else do I have here as well? But yeah, thanks to people who come watch, obviously, but also you guys and girls, all of you. Yeah, the spanners. I love the spanners. Gotta love the spanners. Do a marvellous job that they do.